Have you ever witnessed a moment where the truth shines quietly, so quietly that only those who listen with their hearts can hear it? Have you ever seen a connection that doesn't rely on words, doesn't rely on staged moments, yet somehow speaks louder than any scripted line? Sometimes, reality glows like soft light at dawn, but illusions try their hardest to pull a curtain over it. And today, we step into that space between light and shadow, the space where truth whispers and false narratives scream. This is not just a story about Jungkook and Taehyung. This is a story about honesty versus illusion, about real signals versus manufactured noise, about two hearts that continue walking side by side, no matter how many voices try to pull them apart. Lately, the internet has been shaken again, but not by new evidence, not by clear gestures, not by anything real. Instead, it was stirred by another cycle of misinterpretation, a narrative built from imagination rather than observation. Some people wait for content from the company. They wait for signs. They wait for objects, cups, hoodies, background shadows, to confirm the story they already want to believe. And when they finally find something, they twist it, polish it, shape it, until it matches their fantasy. But fantasies aren't foundations, and stories built on sand always crumble. The recent example? A simple mug, a tumbler Jungkook has used for over a year. A tumbler the brand CEO himself confirmed as their best-selling product because of Jungkook. An object millions of people own, a trending item, a bestseller. Yet suddenly, it became symbolic. A supposed gift, a supposed proof, a supposed message. But the truth is quiet, uncomplicated. The tumbler wasn't from where they claimed. Even the cafe in question only released a similar color after the mug went viral. It followed the trend, nothing more. No hidden message, no secret exchange. But truth becomes inconvenient when someone chooses fantasy over reality. And here, between two competing sides, the contrast becomes painfully clear. On one side stands the realist fandom, the ones who observe quietly, who read patterns instead of inventing them, who see consistency instead of noise. They pay attention to what Jungkook and Taehyung actually show. Subtle, unforced signs that appear naturally, across years, not days. On the other side are the narrators, the ones who connect unrelated dots, turn everyday objects into symbols, force coincidences into proof, and create storylines that fall apart the moment facts enter the conversation. This isn't about who shouts the loudest. It's about who sees clearly. And clarity doesn't come from loudness. It comes from honesty. If there's one thing that has always set Taekook apart, it's the calmness, a softness that feels untouched, unrehearsed. They don't need exaggerated gestures. They don't need grand performances. Their environment is strict, every movement monitored, every smile ready to be cut or edited. And still, their signs appear, small, steady, and impossibly sincere. Like the moment Jungkook suddenly said Mamma Mia in Italian. Days earlier, Taehyung also used Italian. Not a huge thing, not a dramatic moment, just a tiny thread that somehow connects. Or when a fan mentioned pasticcio, a dish Jungkook could have easily ignored, yet he read it, his expression softening in that gentle way he reserves only for certain memories. Then there was the photo of Taehyung in Paris, biting into a croissant, wrapped in morning light. The kind of photo that makes millions smile, and leaves one person out there smiling a little more deeply than the rest of us. We react because the heart recognizes patterns, long before the mind does. And in the smallest things, truth often hides. Many believe relationships only exist when the lights are bright and the cameras roll. But with Taekook, it has always been the opposite. Their connection feels strongest when everything goes quiet, when the stage darkens, when the crowd disappears, when the world stops watching. Not a performance, not a concept, not a scene, just two people who feel safe in each other's presence in a way that cannot be staged. This is the intimacy that breathes. in the spaces between moments. Still, some fans remain anxious. They doubt easily. They worry quickly. They look for loud declarations, for something public, obvious, undeniable. But love doesn't always choose noise. Often, it's found in glances that last a little too long, movements that seem too natural to be scripted, instincts that activate before thoughts do. And Jungkook, no matter where he goes, no matter who he stands beside, no matter what storms surround him, always drifts back to where he feels safe. Always. And that, more than anything, is what grounds the real fans. Some say Taekook feels real, precisely because they don't try. Even when the cameras cut, their behavior doesn't change. There is no forced sweetness, no dramatic storyline, no performance mode. What they have is steady, subtle, and deeply sincere. That's what draws people in. Authenticity is magnetic, quietly, powerfully, inevitably. And here lies the irony. If Jungkook shows affection, he's criticized. If Taehyung does something similar, he's questioned. If another member does it, it's instantly accepted. No debate, no scrutiny. This difference reveals something important. Many fans judge based on personal preference, not objective reality. They support what feels comfortable, not what feels true. But the truth doesn't bend for anyone's comfort. So why does Taekook feel so real, even after all these years? Because their signs don't wobble, their patterns don't crack, their gestures don't feel scripted, their energy doesn't fluctuate based on trends. Every small sign is consistent. Every moment is natural. Every glance carries sincerity. Every echo of familiarity returns, again and again. They don't need grand proof. They don't need dramatic evidence. Their truth is built from the kind of constancy that can't be faked. In the end, everyone is free to ship who they want. Everyone is free to believe whatever comforts them. But truth remains truth. Real connections don't grow from illusions. They grow from consistency, from quiet signals repeated over time, from gestures that slip out when no one is supposed to be watching. If you're here because you love Taekook, thank you. You're in the right place. A place that chooses observation over noise, patience over panic, truth over narrative. If you disagree, if you prefer another storyline, that's okay. But this space isn't built for illusion. Here, we honor what's real, even when it's subtle, even when it's quiet, even when it hides behind shadows, and waits for the right moment to shine. And so, to those who stay, who observe gently, who believe in the quiet truth that slowly reveals its path, thank you. This story isn't finished, not even close. And Taehyung and Jungkook have always known exactly when to show themselves again. Until that moment arrives, walk with us, softly, patiently, with eyes that see, and a heart that listens. Thank you for being here. Thank you for seeing beyond the noise. Thank you for choosing truth over comfort. And remember, some stories burn brightest, not when they shout, but when they whisper.